Hi, welcome to a Simplified and Fabulous Mom Life podcast. I'm Jennifer McDaniel, pro organizer, capsule wardrobe stylist, and functional home designer. As a mom of four, I realize how quickly things get out of control and how important it is to prioritize how your home functions and how it makes you feel. So if you're ready to find solutions to the stressors in your home and make room for the things that are really important, listen in and let's get started.
Okay, so we are organizing a closet today on the podcast. I am going to walk this listener through. She wrote in with her question of how to organize a closet for 3 little girls. They do not have a dresser. All their clothes are in the closet. So how to organize it so that everyone knows where their things are and they're not using each other's things. So I got a couple of options for you. This is just a straight across closet. Just a regular closet. So what we are going to do, the first thing that comes to mind is very similar to what I have done for my kids when they have shared a closet, but also using a combination of what I'm doing for my kids in the past and what I'm doing for my kids now. Because I only have 2 kids in a closet, not 3, but we can still separate it the same way. Number one thing I would like you to do is to get them different hangers. Even if you have a ton of the same hangers, just put some nail polish, paint the nail polish on the top of it. Like, you don't have to buy new hangers. Use what you have, put some tape on it, or spray paint or something that you have that will identify their color. So each kid gets a color. So these are girls, so you can use 3 different shades, okay? 3 different colors or patterns or nail polishes or something so that they have a defined different color hanger to look for. That is one super easy way to do it. Just continuing with the same bar across colored hangers to separate their items. They can look for those hangers. The other thing you can do is you can make a divider. You don't have to buy a divider. They do sell them. Etsy has some adorable ones. There's really cute ones. Or you can make it out of a cereal box or something like that, and then just put some construction paper, use a CD to cut out the shape, and then just slice it so it fits on the rod properly. You can even use a CD and spray paint it if you want. Like, just cut the CD so that it works and fit it on there. Like, you've got a lot of different options, but you want to create a division, like a wall in between the hangers for each of those kids, so that they know where their space starts and stops. Whichever child is, if they're in similar sizes or the same size, do we really need to divide that up? That's another thing to think about. You weren't very specific in your question, so I don't know. If they are in very different sizes, I would put the most contrasting sizes next to each other and then create a division and put the in-between size. So if you have size 5 and then size 7 and size 10, I would put the size 10 on the far side, the smallest size in the center, and then the medium size over. So we have a large, medium, and small. So put the large on the left, the small in the center, and then the medium to the right, or something like that. The other thing you can do is get those hanging shelves, those hanging like a shoe holder, or but a narrow one. I would just get a rectangular shaped narrow one with a firm bottom to divide out any clothing that would be stacked, folded, in a basket, any of those. Put those in the dividers in there and divide out the space. And you can do 2 of those for the spaces that need to be divided, and let the little one the youngest have the top space, the bottom spaces. And you can color those as well. You can use nail polish on those things. That's really easy. You can spray paint or use tape, whatever you have available, to make it a noticeable difference so that they know what to look for, what spaces are theirs, what pieces are theirs, what shelves are theirs, and they're not going in other people's spots. Or you can do different hanging shelves for each kid. So that's another way to do it. Another way to do it, if you wanted to really divide it out so that each child has their own space, you can get an additional hanging bar. I picked mine up at Target. They have them on Amazon and all kinds of other places, the Container Store and wherever else you shop for stuff like that. I'm sure they have them at the hardware store as well. You can go and pick up a hanging rod, or you can make one yourself. You can make one yourself. I actually made one that it was just a hanger, like a curtain rod that had 2 little screw holes in the ends of it to put the finials on the end caps of the the curtain rod. And I put a nail into the wall, or a screw into the wall, and I just stuck that thing on there and expanded it to the full length of how it could go wall to wall, on the side wall of the closet. So where the doors go and then to the back of the wall, and created a hanging bar that way. That worked really, really well for the little closet I was working in for a short time. And it was just for a little clothes, and it hung everything. It was very sturdy, and it had 2 nails that I just had to remove when we were finished using it. And that was not a big deal at all. Worked really well. So it gave that child a small space to hang across the closet. This can actually work for adult clothing too. Make sure your clothing rod is strong and not a hollow aluminum thing that you can bend with your own hands. You need something that's going to be a little bit more sturdy, and make sure that you get it to the right size. You can do the same thing with a wooden dowel and just make your own, or even a PVC pipe. Whatever you have available, whatever you can find, cut it to the right size and create that. You just need enough space for the hanger. Make sure that you're not doing it on a wall that doesn't have enough depth for the hanger to fit in on the rod. So make sure you fit your hanger, make sure that there's room for the hanger to fit, and not bump all the clothes off the hanger because it's too close to the back wall or the side wall. So that's one thing you can do. And another option is just get a lower hanging rod and add that in. It is not anything that needs to be attached. It's like an S hook that just hooks onto whatever your hanging bar is right now. I've done it on the wire racks. I've done it on the wooden ones, the hanging dowel that goes across the closet. Whatever your clothes are hanging from right now. You can even tie a ribbon. So you can get a lower, just a dowel or a whatever, curtain rod, whatever you wanted to use, and just tie ribbons on the ends of it to hold it in place at the top to the rod. So whatever height you want it at, you can make that fully adjustable by getting a ribbon and doing it right there like that. That is so easy. There's so many different ways you can do that. Be creative, think outside the box, and find a way that it will work in the space that you have. This is something that I talk to all of my listeners about, everybody, all of my clients, is use what you have first. Before you do anything else, use what you have. What is available to you right now? How can we make it work for the space? That is where I start. Then I start thinking about what we could add, what we could change, where we could make something feel better, work better, or any purchases that would really improve the space. Sometimes, a lot of times actually, people just have furniture that doesn't work for their current home. They've had it for years. It was given to them, whatever reason. It just doesn't fit their life. I've seen kids that are getting ready to go off to college, like senior year of their high school, and they still have their baby furniture. That stuff was not designed for adult-sized clothing. And these kids, if they're going to college, they have adult-sized clothing already. So they have for a while, and you still have all their baby furniture in there. So I want you to really think about what you have. Is it working? What can you use from a different place in your home? Is there something that's versatile? What if you did need to sell some of the furniture or some of the items that you have and really trade those items out for the new improved version of that space? I love doing the kids consignment sales. Even for me, I have some amazing friends that run the Green Jeans consignment sale in the Charlotte area. They do that twice a year, and it is absolutely amazing. You can make so much money. I've made so much money doing that with clothes. But honestly, find a way to recycle the stuff you have, use it, gift it to someone, donate it, be a blessing to someone else. I can't tell you how many times someone has been a blessing to me by giving me things when I couldn't afford to pay for them, or really didn't have it in the budget to go and buy what I really wanted, and somebody gave me something that I had been looking for, or something in the same category, so I didn't have to buy it. It was amazing. Such a blessing. And other times, I've done the same thing for other people, given them things that I didn't need anymore, that was on their list of things that they were trying to get. So how can we be a blessing for others in our lives? What can we do? What can we use? How can we better use the items that we have and better steward our belongings and our finances to really make an impact, not just in our family, but if you're reselling the things that you get, then you aren't spending out of another budget that you could be using to be a blessing to someone or to serve in another way. If you choose to donate those items, you are being a blessing to someone somehow by giving them those items, or giving them to a charity that's going to sell them and then use the funds to fund another amazing way to bless someone. There's so many different things that we can do with our things that aren't working for us. And take a look on there on Marketplace and Nextdoor and those buy nothing groups. I don't know if Craigslist is still around anymore. It's been several years since I've looked at that, but there are so many different ways that we can find the things that we're looking for without having to spend full price. We don't have to spend $3,000, $6,000, $12,000 on a new bedroom set for our kids. We can just go and spend sometimes even $12, then you've got a pretty awesome piece of solid wood furniture. Maybe put some new hardware on there and you're all set. Sometimes that's how easy it is, and you can get a full bedroom set because people are just giving things away because they need the space, or their lifestyle has changed, or they're moving and they don't need it anymore. There's so many ways that we can repurpose our things. And there's so many things that we can use in the house for a different purpose. I've used an entertainment center as a wardrobe before. Have you seen those on Pinterest and stuff? They've got those 90s, 2000s TV entertainment centers, and they put a clothing bar across it and use the drawers on the cabinets for other storage. I've done that before. It works really, really well for little kiddo clothes. Like, really great for those elementary age clothes below 8 are ideal for that size space. There's so many options for us, and I don't want us to overlook those options. I want us to always be thinking about being more mindful of how we're using and repurposing the items that we have. Before we go shopping, look and see what you have. And the same reason why I set up my closets with their storage tub of next size and next season's clothes at the top of their closet is to keep me from shopping before I shop their closet. So when my kids have outgrown something, whether it's their pants or shirts or shoes or whatever, I check that bin at the top of their closet. It doesn't take me but 2 minutes max to pull that thing out, sort through it, figure out what is still in there that might work, pull out a couple of things, and put it back. It's so easy. So if you guys need help with setting yours up like that, I am here for you. Come reach out. Like I said, join us in the Facebook group or email me directly. I am changing the email for the podcast. I'm doing a lot of big changes. As you notice, there's new podcast art. We have changed the name. It is now the SOS Mom, Simplify, Organize, Style. Okay, those are the things that I want you to focus on: simplifying, organizing, and styling. Making it look and feel good. Making yourself look and feel good. Making things easier on yourself. All right, so those are the things that we're focusing on in this podcast. Simplifying. Just make it easier. and organizing, putting things in the most convenient spot in a way that makes sense, that anybody can use it, and that it really creates a nice flow in the way that the space is used. And styling, so your house looks good, your clothing looks good on you, that you feel like you are put together and that you are feeling styled, well styled in your outfit. Even if you aren't at your ideal size for whatever reasons, there's so many different excuses that I hear for why people don't try. And it really breaks my heart. So if that's you, let's talk. Let's talk. I'm here for you. I can help you with whatever you have to work with. Okay? Let's figure it out and make some improvements. Sometimes it's as simple as just getting a new bra and then your whole body feels better. Everything looks better on when that one thing is adjusted. Sometimes it's as simple as tucking in your shirt to give yourself a better shape, or maybe wearing a layered piece instead of just a t-shirt and leggings or jeans, whatever it is that you wear. Sometimes it's just changing one thing that makes a big difference, and then everything else just feels so much better. So let's talk. If that's you, if that's something you're struggling with, let's have a conversation. I'm here for you. Let's get that scheduled, mama. I want you to feel good as you. I don't want you to look like someone else. I don't want you to feel like you're wearing someone else's clothes. I want it to be you. But I want you to feel good in what you're wearing as well. So if that's something that you're struggling with, or you just need to bounce some ideas off of somebody to find something that can do a little bit better, let's do that. Join us in the Facebook group to talk about anything that you've heard on the show or any questions that you have that pop up that I can answer. I will be answering questions in there weekly. I'm being committed to that. I will be starting this week, Monday. I will be on there at 11 o'clock on the Facebook group answering any questions that I've gotten. And I'm here for you guys. I want to be really committed to answering any of your questions. And I do try. And this podcast episode is an example of a question that I get and one that I answered. This was not sent in the Facebook group. This was not sent. This was sent to me privately. So I'm answering this question and I'm helping someone out. So I hope that this episode has been helpful for you. And if you have anywhere that you have a question about, reach out. I'm here. I want to help you. I want to make this easy for you. And I want you to be making some real changes. And I really do want you to join us for this whole house organizing project. It will be really impactful in your life. I promise you. And I'm here. I want to answer your questions. So make sure you reach out. It is going to be the SOSmom.com. And it's going to be, I'm not sure that's quite ready yet. So let's go with JM Organizing Spaces. Or you can always email the organized fabulous podcast@gmail.com. organizedfabulouspodcast@gmail.com. Call or text at 980-389-0399. I love you guys so much. I'm here for you and I can't wait to meet you. And if you guys like this episode, please leave a review, share it with a friend, anybody that could use some help getting organized and simplifying their life. All right, you guys have a blessed day. I will keep praying for you, and I pray that if this is the right thing for you to join us in this whole house organizing project, that you will be part of it. I will be praying for you that you feel peace and encouragement and excitement over your decision. I love you guys. God bless you. Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Simplified and Fabulous Mom Life podcast. We would love to hear from you. Our podcast hotline for US is 980-389-0399. You can share your tips and tricks, topic suggestions, ask questions, and let me know if we should answer any of these on the air. For other ways to connect, you can reach us at jmorganizingspaces.com.
Thanks for listening to this episode. Did I say it right?